Monday Motivation, where we take a look at our energy and where our mind. So our mind and our energy, the two most important things in BlissBE.me, me being mind and energy. My name's Deborah O'Neill. I'm the CEO and founder of BlissBE.me, Integrative Holistic Health. And I come in here every Monday to sit down and give us some motivation to something that we can work towards for Monday and the week. You see, if we don't have a vision looking forward, then I can guarantee you that we are experiencing life backwards. And what I mean by backwards is anything and everything that has happened to us previously is our experience. So I want to break that up a little bit, because the most important thing for you and me, if you're here, is our mind and our energy. And where our energy is a vibration, a frequency of an effect on our body, which is our health. And in order to have longevity, I plan on living to 150. I hope you'll join me. If we plan on having longevity, then we need to pay attention to our health. And that starts at the cellular level. And every thought that we have has a chemical influence on our body. And that chemical influence is our cells. And we don't even have to really go into that, but if we get that understanding of watching that bouncing ball, I've got some diagrams and stuff that I'm putting together for us as we work through this information. I really believe when we have a simple understanding of exactly what you are doing to yourself, that you will pay bigger attention. And even the smallest little tiniest things is a step forward. It's a visioning forward as opposed to backwards. So in order to get that happening, we need to take some time and sit in the unknown as opposed to the known. The known is everything that we've already experienced. The unknown is this next millisecond and the next millisecond and the next millisecond. So I ask you, before you got out to bed today, did you do a little visioning? That's where it starts. And that's really where the most important part is, because our brain is keeping track of our wave, our frequency. And our frequency allows us the absorption of material. When we first wake up in the morning and when we're going to bed at night, this is our body's favorite time of the brainwave to absorb material. So if you're grabbing for your cell phone first thing in the morning, or you're flicking through your cell phone before you go to bed, then you're living in this existential past that's not even your own. It's somebody else's. And that might be somebody else's backwardsness. So then we create a backwards momentum instead of a forward momentum. So in this moment today, as we spend some time together, I thought we'd take a minute or two just to sit in the unknown space. As we become more comfortable in the unknown space, then we start to become better visionaries of your life, of your day, of your next 10 minutes, of that next project. And we get to engage our imagination instead of turning off our imagination. You see, if we stay in that backwards mode, we become more materialistic. We think that we need this particular thing in order to feel better. We work to get this thing. Somebody else has this thing. Social media shows us all the things that other people have and give this persona of the achievement of happiness. So to become clear on what it is that you want. And that's the whole process in which, that's a process. That's like taking us through our body. That's the work that we do together here and working through to get to that clarity, going from that grounded place and working with the physical form of the body, the physical form, the tangible stuff of life. And seeing the emotional impact on your life that this has, and working through the emotions that are often set in that backwards motion, because our emotions are things that we've experienced in the past that we perceive to be experiencing now in our future that may be threatening or may bring us joy. But let's expand that place for joy, and then we take a look at, what our passion is, that emotion that fuels us in one way or the other. We're planting the seed of either wellness or sickness in that emotion. And that fire fortifies our heart, and it causes more love, self-love, or it creates more self-hate. So it starts at the self first, and then we project it. If you have self-love, you project self-love to others. You project love to others. You share love. If you have self-hate, you share that too. You became to hate things. It's like that rotten basket of peaches. It's more hate. Everywhere you look is like, oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate them. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate that food. Oh, I hate that drink. Oh, I don't like that. I hate this. I hate that. So what we're going to do, because our brain has a negative bias, 70% of our thoughts are negative. And did you know that science shows that 50% of our thoughts aren't even the truth? And we just did a thing about lying, didn't we? And we know what that really affects our healing and all aspects. So let's take a minute. Let's feel your feet on the floor. And turn on your imagination and come into the present moment. And how do you know you're in the present moment? Well, just smell the air, hear the noise, feel what you're feeling right now. See what you're seeing right now. Look at the things in the background of my screen if you're watching online on the video. Listen to my voice if you're listening on audio. What are you feeling in your body? Do you feel any tingles? Do you feel your feet on the floor? And allow those feet to just drop into the earth. See if you can feel the earth. That energy, those roots coming out of your feet, going through the earth's crust. Can you feel that your energy system piercing through the earth's crust? Can you imagine it? Are you in the slate? Are you in the sand? Are you coming upon that molten layer of the earth? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it sticky? Can you see a color? Is it yellow? Is it orange? Is it red? What color is it? Can you feel the energy drawing you to the center core of the earth, that crystalline core? Man, oh man, that supplies all vitality and life force to everything that lives on earth. Can you feel the heartbeat of the earth? Can you feel the rhythm? Is your rhythm aligned with it? Can you get yourself aligned with that rhythm of the earth, like a metronome? Can you feel the beat? Can you allow the earth to soothe your body in its earth frequency? Do you find that you're resonating with the earth? Or if you're not resonating, you're dissonating. You're distant, you're off of rhythm from the earth. So can you try to match it? Can you mirror it? Great imagining. And while you're here in this grounded and safe place, I invite you to think about your life. Where do you want to be in 3 years? Sometimes it's easier to see 3 years out than it is today. It gives more opportunity for your imagination to play. Allow your imagination to play. What do you look like? See your future self. And then look at your whole being. Your whole being is the 5 areas of physicality, physically. What's your health like? What's your physique like? Take a look at your emotional side of your beingness, your whole beingness. How is your emotionality? Are you happy? Are you smiling? Are you sad? Are you angry? What disposition is you? What's your character? What's your flavor? And take a look at the mental side. What's showing up for you when you think of your mental body of your whole beingness? How's your stability mentally? Do you feel in control of your life? Do you have visions? Are you meeting your visions? Do you have goals? Putting all those three foundational layers together, that safety and that physicality and that emotionality and that mentality, creates kind of that 3 pillars of foundation. And come up into your heart. Do you love yourself? What do you love about yourself? Ask your future self what it is. How did you get there? What do I have to do today? We're going to work it backwards as we go through. And look at your relationships. Your relationship with yourself being the most important. Everything else falls into place once you have your relationship with yourself. I often say that's when we keep our nose on our face. We don't get our nose in other people's stuff unless asked. And then we take a look at our spirituality. Are you tapping into your higher self? What's your belief system? What's your foundation? It doesn't need to be religion, for sure. Just your foundation for living, your values, and your connection, your openness to learn more, your openness to be in that unknown as opposed to the known. And see yourself in those 3 years, that 3 years out. And then walk it backwards. Envision it. Envision it in today. So if you liked what you saw, now take your vision forward. What can you do today? One tiny little thing. Love what you do. Do what you love. Create the vision of what you love. And do that. Take one step today towards that. And keep dreaming this out this week. Take the time in this growth stage, in this summer season, or if you're in the winter season, the hibernation season, allow yourself to dream. Let's prepare. Let's do it together. A little bit every day can go a long way. And if you need some help, DM me. Check out www.blissbe.me, integrate www.blissbe.me. See what I offer. See what resonates with you. Let's connect.